Hey Shooby-Doodlers, how you doing? Now look, I've got various things going on here. I've got Shoo Rayner who says, are you going to draw again? Well, I am going to draw again, but if you looked at a previous video, I told you I'm kind of having August off in a kind of way because I've got a lot of book writing to do. I've got a lot of catching up because I've been away visiting schools. I've been so busy this year and I'm kind of really behind schedule. So I will be drawing again. But hey, look, I can't answer you because in your profile thing you've got it switched off so that I can't answer you, and that happens to quite a lot of people. You put a comment, you're asking me to answer things, and I can't because you've got something in your profile saying I'm not allowed to answer your comments. Particularly Tarzan Armour, who says, really fun video, well done, please reply. Well, I can't because you've got it switched off. I've even been onto your channel and I've replied to you on your channel. You're not picking up your messages. Go and have a look at your profile and see what you can do about that. I've also got Chang William, who also has got their profile thing, so I can't reply to them. Says, hey Shoo, can you make a Draw My Life video? Lol. Well, yeah, I don't know if you've seen my Draw My Life videos. I've done 2 and there's about another 26 to do. I've not immediately got plans, but it's crossed my mind because they take a lot of time. It's crossed my mind. I thought I might sort of make you all pay for it. So like a kind of Kickstarter thing, which I nearly did last year. But I'll put a little thing so that you can all become executive producers of each video, and so I'm thinking about it. Okay. Now my incredibly long list I always go on about, I've actually got myself a little database now which I'm starting to put things on there. And I had an email from Jessie, ciarczynski. I hope I pronounced that right. He says, I'm really bad at drawing cartoon characters and I'd love to know how you draw them. It would be very helpful when I'm out people sketching because I can never get people to look right. Plus, when did you get inspired to start drawing? I suppose I started drawing when I was a kid, but I gave up when I was about 11, 12, something like that. And so I kept doodling. I did keep doodling in my teens. And then, I don't know, I just had a really inspirational teacher one day who just showed me how to draw, and that was it, really. And they've got one more question. What are you sketching with while you are in the restaurant? It looks very interesting. Well, I'm using rotating Tiki graphic pens. Okay, I really love these. I usually use a 0.3, and I like these because they're cheap, they're throwaway, but they are waterproof, and that is the most important thing. So when you're using watercolor, it doesn't smear. And I'm using Winsor & Newton, this little pot of Cotman Sketchers set, which is very, very simple, very easy. And this is a Derwent water brush that you put the water in the handle, and then the brush is on the end, and the water comes through the handle, and it just makes life so much easier when you're out sketching. And I'm going to show you now how I do that. Okay. I haven't got the time to go out sketching, but what I have got here is, look, there's a catalogue. Bowden, I don't know if you get this where you are, but anyway, these are closed catalogue. Let me see. That looks quite good. Okay, you're walking down the street and you see this couple. Now, I might see her coming towards me and I would think, oh, that's really interesting little outfit, like this little scalloped edge here. I don't know if you can see it. So what would I do? I would kind of I think she's got scalloped edge. Okay, so I sort of take a snapshot in my head, and then she's walked past. Okay, so I don't know. This is something just that I can do, and it's just kind of the way my brain works. But I kind of think her head's kind of like that, and then she's got a lot of kind of waviness around like that, and she's smiling. So what am I doing? I've got a kind of shape of the head here, and I'm kind of putting her hair in there, and I'm thinking, what does she have? She had this kind of coat coming around like that. There were buttons, weren't there? Like that, and then a sort of scallop. I think it was sort of something like that, and then maybe the hair there, and she was doing something. I think she was touching her hair, wasn't she? But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to have her going sort of high That's not a very good hand. And I think there was scalloping on the edge there as well, wasn't there? So, but I'm just, what am I doing? I'm just kind of sketching and just thinking, what does she look like? She had a kind of tiger skin handbag, didn't she? So I'm not, you know, trying too hard, and so I'm going to have her stretching out. I think she had sort of capri pants on, and so you want to see a little bit of ankle. Now I had an email from Alison Hodges today who said, you know, how do you keep your palette clean? What do you do with your palette? Because they've just kind of started. And well, I mean, here, look, I'm just going to squirt a bit of water into there and just get a kitchen towel and clean it out a bit. And it depends what you're doing. I mean, if you're sketching, it doesn't have to be really perfect. So I mean, like, there's already green on there, and this is Naples yellow. Okay, so I'm just kind of doing her hair sort of face in quickly, and a little bit of vermilion, which I'm just kind of using to, so I'm just kind of dropping in, just to kind of give it a little hint of sort of skin tone and shadow as well, probably. So she's probably a little bit on the legs there because that's showing. I'm going to just quickly put a bit of yellow in on the bag because I'm going to want to put sort of dots in on top. Her hair, I'm just going to quickly, and you can see here, look, I'm just splodging on the top, so I'm not really worrying about getting it dirty, and I'm just adding as I'm going along. So I'm starting with the lighter colour, okay, and then building, and then I'll reach a point where I think, oh, I need to clean it. So that's pretty much all I need to do there. And then she had this kind of taupe coloured jacket, didn't it? So I think I want a bit more of that in there, and maybe a hint of that. Okay, so I'm trying to get this, and then I'm adding a lot of water. I'm squeezing my pen here. This is a sketching kind of thing using water brushes, and I'm just sort of adding water to thin it down and make it a thinner colour, and just keep, you know, mixing colours until it looks about right, really. And I think a lot of that is just experience. You just got to be brave, go for it. You make a lot of mistakes, but it doesn't matter. It's a sketchbook. That's what it's there for. And so I'll put a little bit in there. Now you see, I want to have a nice bright red, so I'm going to clean my palette. But it doesn't need to be really, you know, massively clean. And I'll squeeze a little bit of water on my vermilion there, because that was, I think, what her jacket was, her top rather. Okay, and then I'm going to clean out my brush again, and I want these kind of dark blue pants she's got. So I'm using, you know, some of the paint that's left from a previous picture is kind of still on the palette, and so I'm kind of using that and think, oh, I need to make it darker, so I'll kind of mix it in with the dark that was there already, and so that's going to go something like that. And then we're going to want some, you know, splodging on the bag. I don't know what the shoes were, but I'm just going to give her shoes like that, and I'm going to add a little bit of that in there just to change the colour, and just splash a bit of that on around there for the for the ground. And it's just very, very, very quick is what I'm trying to do, and I'll maybe do something different like that. So your colours don't have to be beautiful. Now I'm just going to do a little bit of kind of shades and shadows and things like that. The colours don't have to be beautiful and clean. You know, quite a lot of really nice colours are actually quite dirty, and you don't realise that they are. You know, anybody looking at them won't realise quite how dirty they are. But you know, really, bright clothes are not actually made up of really bright colours. There are lots of shades in between. And, that's how I would do it. And that's the speed that I would do it. And those are the kind of techniques that I'm using. So I hope that helps some a bit, Jessie and Alison. Okay, let's open it up and see what it's like. Of course, it's absolutely nothing like. And that's the thing. I'm not doing a portrait. I'm doing a little sketch. It's the thing to remind me of the attitude, the pose. There was something that I liked. There's that little scallop edge. There's little details and things like that I like. And it's an attitude that I'm trying to get across. I'm trying to get a movement, a feeling, of smile. It's not a portrait. That's not what I'm trying to do. Okay, so if you want to, build up sketches, you kind of build up these little shorthand marks for faces and things like that as you go along, and it is just practice and learning and learning and learning and experience. Water brush, clean your brush afterwards. Put the lid back on. I know someone also asking me about, they say their brush gets really sort of cranky. I think if you're stabbing the page like that, it will do. If you go with the flow of the brush, keep it clean, put the lid on, it'll look after you. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, why not go and have a look at another one of my videos or try the mystery drawing. Make sure you're subscribed for new drawings every Monday and Friday. Check out my website shoorayner.com, and why not get my new book, Everyone Can Draw. In the meantime, keep drawing, practice, and I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye-bye.